Hi, this is Bradley Bush. Again, we're back to an algebra problem here. This one's a little more complex, but it's still very doable. We're going to solve this rational equation using the quadratic formula. So it's a classic problem from algebra. We have our equation here in yellow, 7 over 8 plus 9 over 8x equals 2 over x squared. We're going to start out by multiplying everything by the common denominator. We do this because it's going to clear all of the fractions in one quick step. So we multiply both sides of the equation by 8x squared. We multiply the 8x squared by both terms on the left-hand side. When we do that, we get 8x squared times 7 over 8 and 8x squared times 9 over 8. And of course, on the right-hand side, we also have 8x squared times the 2 over x squared. Now we can start simplifying stuff. Things work out really well here. The 8's cancel on the first term on the left, which just leaves us with 7 times x squared. And the next term on the right, the 8's cancel, and one of the x's cancel on the top with one on the bottom, which just leaves us with 9x. And on the right hand side, the x squareds cancel, which leaves us with 2 times 8, which is 16. Now we want to take all the terms to the left hand side of the equation. So we're going to subtract 16 from this side. We'll subtract 16 from both sides. The right-hand side cancels and goes to 0, and we're left with a quadratic equation that fits the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. We can solve this by using the quadratic formula. If you've forgotten what the quadratic formula is, we have it right here on the right side, the bottom of the screen. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So we have to identify the a, the b, and the c, and then we literally just plug them in and simplify, and we're done. So we are pretty close. The a is going to be this term here. Our a is going to equal 7. Our b is going to be this term here. And our c is the constant term. So I've color-coded these spots in the quadratic formula, and we literally just plug them in. The b goes down here, here, the a here, and here, and the c there. Let's plug those in. 9 for b, the a is 7, 2 spots for the a, and then we have a c, which is 16. Now we need to multiply everything out, which gives us negative 9 plus or minus the square root of 81 plus 448 divided by 14. We can combine this stuff down here in the underneath the radical. This, if we add it together, that gives us 529. So we do that in our next step. And we also note that the square root of 529 is 23. So that tells us that this whole term right here is just the same thing as 23. So let's plug in 23 instead. So now we have two answers. We have negative 9 plus 23. And we have negative 9 minus 23 over 24. So we have our positive answer meaning we're choosing the plus symbol as we do the calculation. So at the bottom here, we put negative 9 plus 23 over 14. And then we also have our negative option, where we're going to put the minus sign instead of the plus sign. Now we simply finish the arithmetic. Negative 9 plus 23 gives us 14 over 14, which is 1. Negative 9 minus 23 over 14 gives us negative 32 over 14, which when we simplify, we can take a 2 out of the top and the bottom. That gives us negative 16 over 7. So the two answers we get, the solutions to the equation in yellow, 7/8 plus 9 over 8x equals 2 over x squared. Two solutions, and those are x equals 1 and x equals negative 16 over 7. That's it. If you have questions, let me know. Please like the video, follow the channel, and leave comments below if you like. Thanks.